Okay, recording?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. So let me introduce how we are going to use this oscilloscope for measuring the frequency response. And it's going to be a general introduction of how to use this oscilloscope, okay? So first thing is you will want to have a sine wave going in and out, okay? And channel 1, the rule of thumb is you will want to use the input, measure the input using the channel 1. And channel 2 is you want to use this for the output measurement, okay? So the output is the voltage across the capacitor, and input is your input, right? Okay, so, and this yellow curve is from channel 1, and blue curve is from channel 2, all right? And so blue curve is your output, and yellow curve is your input, all right? And you can turn this yellow thing on and off by pressing this yellow button, okay? And channel 2 as well, turn it on and off, okay? So in case you're not seeing channel 2, don't panic, you just need to turn this thing on, okay? Channel 1 as well, okay? So assume we have both of them showing up there. Then your best friend is this auto set button on the top right, okay? So whenever you have your circuit ready and you believe everything is ready, then just press this auto set. Then it will try to zoom in or out and then show the best waveform that you can have over there, just like this, okay? So once you have a waveform showing up and it's reasonable, then you will want to hit this measure button over there, okay? And let me introduce what we can do with these knobs down here. You can zoom in vertically or out using this one. Same thing for the channel number 2. You can zoom in and out like that. And by using this knob, you can zoom in and out in the horizontal axis, which is the time. Okay? And you can also vertically change the location, move it up and down like that as well. Okay? So using this one or that one. So it's moving up and down. All right? So that's there. And so for this part, what we want to actually get is we want to measure the input amplitude and the output amplitude for each frequency, right? So if you press this measure button like that, then you're going to see this VPP. 1 is 1.2 volt and 2 is 1.12 volt, okay? And channel 1 is this yellow thing, and it's there, and this was your input, right? So the input voltage peak to the peak is 1.2 volts, okay? And for the blue one, which is the output voltage peak to peak is 1.14, all right? So all you need to do is just change the frequency like this, and then measure, write this value down, which is your output amplitude. And as you increase the frequency, you see it's going to be crowded like that. So in that case, you will want to zoom in a little bit like that. So this is, you can reasonably see the waveform there. That provides you the kind of the best resolution for measurement. If it's super zoomed out like that, your measurement is going to be a little bit rough. Okay, so you will want to keep your waveform looking like that as you change the frequency. Okay, and also if your measurement becomes this small amplitude, then you see immediately things are floating and it's going to be a little bit weird. So you will want to zoom in, increase like that. On the other hand, if, like for example here, take a look at this blue one. The top one is, you can see it, but the bottom peak it's out of range, right? And suddenly it's not registering the peak-to-peak value because it's out of the range. So you will want to keep the peak and the other peak inside the range, okay? And the last thing is, if it's too zoomed in like this, you definitely know that there's a wave going down and then going up like this, but you zoomed in too much, so it's not capturing the actual peak and the actual bottom. So it's just measuring from here to there and giving us a value that we don't want, okay? So you'll want to zoom in and out well so that you can really see the peak and the other peak at the bottom within this window, okay? But just to summarize, you hook it up, and then auto set is your best friend. All right, and then once you hit auto set, you will see a good thing, and then you press this measure button, and on the top right, you'll be able to measure the values. And as you change the frequency, those values changes, and these are what you want to write it down. Okay? All right.